Bill, I think you might be mute. No. No. There we go.
All right, lock in, nephews. We need to have a little talk tonight. Because every bad relationship starts with a decision. Not the first date, not the first kiss. Nephews, not when she breaks your heart.
Not the first flatulence.
It starts the moment you ignore something you knew you shouldn't have ignored. That's what tonight is about. Not blaming women, not complaining about modern dating. That's two doors down. Not pretending every man is a victim. We're here to teach men how to make better decisions. Because here's the truth. A lot of good men are walking around carrying scars that didn't come from bad intentions. They came from bad judgment. Some ignored red flags because she was beautiful. Hey, we like baddies, right? Some ignored incompatibility because chemistry was incredible. And some of you overlooked character because you were too focused on attraction. Some simply wanted the relationship so badly they stopped asking whether it was actually good for them.
Bruh.
And that's why I always say this, nephews. Women are a perk of the job. The job is becoming the kind of man who has the discipline to choose wisely, the emotional control to walk away when something isn't aligned, and the self-respect to never negotiate with reality just because someone is attractive. So here's some real game for you, nephews. Good men don't choose the wrong women because they're stupid. They choose the wrong women because attraction is loud while judgment's quiet. Attraction says, go get her. Judgment asks, does she belong in your life? The strongest man isn't the one who can attract the most women. The strongest man is the one who knows which woman to walk away from. Because every woman you invite into your life brings a future with her. Some bring habits. Some bring values. Some bring priorities, some bring peace, or they bring chaos. Your future isn't built by one big decision. It's built by hundreds of small decisions you make before you ever fall in love. So tonight, we're slowing everything down. We're looking at real profiles, real patterns, real decisions, not to judge women, but to sharpen men. Because if you can learn to recognize patterns before emotions take over, you'll save yourself years of unnecessary pain. Lock in, nephews. Write in. Put your questions in the chat. Send a smoke signal. Send me a kite if you need to. And if you're down bad, I'm talking really bad, nephews, put SOS in that chat and we'll come find you. This is Swipe Smarter, and it starts now. My name is William. I'm your certified unk. Johnny, go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody watching tonight.
So, hey, Johnny Dumbbell here to the rescue. I am a personal trainer and life coach that offers you absolutely zero bullshit. I'm here in beautiful Pittsburgh, PA, where I got to tell you, the weather's been crazy good. I got a lot of mileage on that bike already. I had to put my other bike to rest. The back fork broke, but I had over 10,000 miles on this one bike in about 4 years. Well, 3.5. And so, I mean, great bike. I'm keeping it for the parts, but anyway, I'm not here to talk about my bike. I'm not even here to talk about anything I've actually done well, because I found that my best coaching comes from things that I did incorrectly. All right, stupidly. All right, here's the thing. If you are contemplating doing something and it just might cost you money, freedom, or worst of all, dignity, maybe leave it in the live chat, call in, talk to us, shoot me an email. I've already put it in the live chat. But talk to us first, because chances are one or both of us has actually done what you are thinking of doing and could give you about 17 good reasons why you probably shouldn't do it. In short, we're the uncles the family's all got stories about. Any one of them can tell you the stupid things we've done. And we're not proud of those stories, but we are proud of the men that we became after we were galvanized by the pain and torture that our decisions and their repercussions had on the impact they had on our lives. In short, we screwed up, so you don't have to. Just listen up.
All right, Johnny, let's bring out these lovely ladies and start breaking down our bundled culture. All right.
By the way, while we're waiting on this, if you guys have any extremely unique stories from online dating, anything that happened that was weird, funny, sad, whatever it happens to be, something that just really stands out from what you think most people's online dating stories might be, something that seems out of the ordinary, leave it in the live chat. We'd love to hear it.
All right, Johnny. What's up, Major Blaze? Shout out to you.
Hey, all
right. Tonight, sir. All right, Johnny. First up, we got Jesse. If you can see that profile, she's 38. Johnny, there's no bio here. It does say she's looking for something casual.
So okay, that kind of matches up to the no bio thing. She's putting out a couple of pretty pictures. Would you hit it? If yes, swipe right. That's what I think this is saying to me. That's what it's saying to me.
Don't let Uncle Johnny start trolling you. Let's talk about one of the most misunderstood phrases on dating apps. The first mistake men make is assuming they know exactly what she means. You don't. Casual can mean different things to different people. For one woman, it means I'm not ready for a serious relationship. For another, it means I'm open seeing where this goes without forcing it. For another woman, it means exactly what it says. She's only interested in something casual.
Bless that bitch.
Well, and honestly, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot better than the whole, let me see where things go, or let me dangle a carrot in front of you. No, I mean, she's being direct about it. It's not, let me just say I'm looking for a relationship and then find a reason why we're not compatible after we hit it a couple of times. No, this girl's coming around and saying, hey, look, casual.
All right, nephews, here's the real game. Your job isn't to decode hidden messages. Your job is to evaluate what she's communicating and decide whether it aligns with what you're looking for. If you're looking for a long-term relationship and she says looking for something casual, you need to believe her. Yeah. Don't start thinking I'll change your mind, I'll be different, or she hasn't met me yet. Congratulations. You just become the guy we're talking about every Thursday.
Exactly.
Stop negotiating with reality. Now, here's something else the nephews need to understand. Just because someone says they're looking for something casual doesn't mean that they lack standards. It doesn't mean that they're...
That's exactly.
It doesn't mean that everybody's cracking. All right? She's not getting smashed. It simply tells you where they believe they are today. Right? People's feelings can change over time. Relationships sometimes develop naturally, but that's not something you plan for. That's something you observe. Your job is never to date someone's future potential. Your job is to evaluate today's reality. And look, here's the lesson. When somebody tells you what they're looking for, don't argue with it. Don't try to outgame it. Don't try to convince them otherwise. Respect it. And then ask yourself one question. Does this align with what I'm looking for? If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, that's great too. Now you've got clarity, because the goal isn't getting every woman to want what you want. The goal is finding somebody who already wants to build the kind of life you're trying to build. And that's why we swipe smarter. not chasing agreement. We're looking for alignment. All right, Major Blaze is saying swipe right on this one, Johnny. I haven't even got through the profile yet, Major.
I mean, look, she looks good. I won't disagree. I won't disagree that she looks good. I'm just saying that, yeah, we're going to need some substance to go with that style. I mean, you know.
All right, he says, I feel I've come a long way in my decision making with each woman that comes around, with each woman
Good.
I've dated. But you should be, and you should continue to increase and grow as you watch and participate in more of these shows and ask your favorite uncle some questions. Shout out to you, Major Blaze.
Yeah, you know what I love about that? What I love about that is the fact that you know, he's becoming wiser with every experience, and you know, and when you become wiser with every experience, now you don't look back on that time that you were with her and say, "Oh, I wasted, you know, X amount of months or years with this person." No, you didn't waste it. You learned something. You got a tool going forward. You didn't waste it. That's the good news. Comes a little late, but it's good news.
All right, Johnny. She says, take me somewhere I can bring my dog. And she looks like she's got some low EMT outfit on.
Well, good news in Pittsburgh. If you just slap a vest on it, nobody asks any questions.
All right, that's her there. Nothing fixes my mood like sun and water. Okay, Johnny, I can't stop thinking about Jesus.
Bless that bitch.
Hey,
I know who I was without him and who I am with him. It's a much better life. I'll go to church with this one. Hey, Major Blaze, I think about swiping right just because I'll go to church with her.
Yeah. That could be. You know, that could be something. That's all I got.
I don't know, Johnny. You know, nephews, something I have to ask myself before every right swipe. What do I actually know about this woman? Not what do I think, certainly not what do I hope. What do I know? And if the answer is she's attractive and that's all I know, attraction alone isn't enough to make a good decision. Attraction, it gets your attention. Information earns your investment. I'm looking at the information on this one, and I know I might enjoy going to church with her, but I don't know what else. Let's see, Johnny. Hey, too bad Mini Mom's not in the chat tonight. Mini Mom's pretty good at this. She's been doing this for a while with us, Johnny.
Yeah, she's got a lot of that predictive quality. Yeah.
All right, Johnny, what do you think for this one?
I'm seeing decent looks and no actual information. I'm gonna have to say left.
All right, Major Blaze, nephew, I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're locked in with us tonight because I think you need this show, sir. The looks don't matter. That's not indicative to the time that I'm going to have with her. Yes, there has to be physical attraction, but I'm not going to swipe right just based on the fact that she's hot. So I'm more willing to swipe right on the fact that she's a Christian and I know we're going to be going to church.
Listen, some of you young men are going to learn the hard way that swiping right on a girl just because she's hot is kind of like drinking antifreeze because it looks like green Kool-Aid. Think about that.
All right, Johnny, I'm swiping right on this one because our goal is 3 right swipes every show. And I mean, it's worth it.
I want to make some Kool-Aid.
He says, I want to make some Kool-Aid.
I do.
All right, guys, let me check out this next profile. All right, Johnny, I think we can go ahead and share this one. Nephews, call up with your questions. Our phone lines are open. We're going to be on for probably another 45 minutes tonight. Let me put that number up one more time for y'all if you're just tapping in. Three three zero.
Social media has made us forget about the days when they used to say, "Don't touch that dial."
5142. All right, Johnny. Give me 1 second here, and we'll break down Cole for everybody.
I feel like she goes by Cole because her full name is Nicole, and like she doesn't want to be like those other girls who go by Nikki.
Well, there's no bio.
I just gave you more of a bio than she did.
So she's
seriously, I bet that's why though.
Rarely drinks. Cole says she's happiest when she's traveling.
See that?
Quickest way to my heart. Nephews, whenever I read this, I automatically think,
stop the cap.
Because women are not going to give you the game on how to pull them. They're not going to tell you how to get them in chance. They're not going to tell you how to fall in love, how to get them to fall in love with you. They don't. They expect you as a man to know these things. So when I see stuff like the quickest way to my heart, I already know because I have extensive experience with women. They try to throw you off the scent. They don't tell you. They don't give you the keys to it. So the quickest way to my heart is taking a trip or going camping, hiking, or kayaking. Sure, she probably enjoys those, but she's probably also willing to see who's going to lead with that before you even know them.
That's true. She's going to be gauging that first message or a first volley of messages being like, "Oh, I'd love to take you camping with me. I have an RV with a TV and or whatever, and yeah, I mean, she's going to see who's going to throw themselves into that mix. And I mean, guys, remember, this is kind of like a camouflage test to see who's going to lead with their wallet without really leading with their wallet.
Says my friends describe me as funny, caring, and a good friend. And that's it. That's all we got here for.
I remain unimpressed.
Oh. All right, nephews. I want to teach you about one of these biggest mistakes that some of you guys make on these dating apps. You don't evaluate information. Johnny, they fill in information. If a woman has 3 selfies, no bio, 2-word prompts, nothing about her personality, nothing about her lifestyle, absolutely nothing about what she values.
She put more effort into offering a pose than she did to offering some substance.
Nothing at all about what she's looking for, and somehow a guy has already imagined a relationship.
Oh, dude, and listen, make no mistake, guys, she's got a full inbox right now.
Here's some real game. A dating profile is your first opportunity to evaluate someone's effort. Not their worth, their effort. Because effort communicates interest. Think about that. If someone is serious about finding a quality relationship, wouldn't you expect them to spend a few extra minutes helping people understand who they are? Maybe, maybe not. But here's what you do know. A profile with a thoughtful prompt or two, excuse me, profiles with like specific hobbies, complete bio, clear information. They give you really good information, and a profile that has 3 random selfies and 2 sentences give you almost nothing. And here's where a lot of you guys mess it up, because you see an attractive woman and you start filling in the blanks. She's probably funny. She's probably smart. She's probably loyal. She's probably just bad at writing bios. Notice that word I said a lot? Probably. Probably is where men get themselves into trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because every probably is a story that you wrote, not evidence you collected. And that's why I always tell you, don't reward low information with high investment. She gives you very little to evaluate, and you should make very few assumptions. Could she be amazing? Absolutely. You don't know, and that's the point. Good judgment isn't pretending you know. Good judgment is being comfortable saying, I don't have enough information yet. That's emotional control. That's discipline. And that's how you stop arguing with reality, because reality only gives you the information that's actually there. Everything else is your imagination trying to do overtime. So stop dating your imagination and start dating evidence. As attraction asks, what do I hope she's like? But a man with standards asks, what has she actually shown me in his profile? And
That's right down to her actions are going to tell you way more than her words ever will.
That's how you vet. That's how you spot patterns. That's how good men stop choosing the wrong women.
Never mind that. That's how you learn how to bottom line her actions. Yeah.
All right. So because I date based off of standards, I'm gonna have to pass on this. There's just not enough in it.
Yeah.
Give me a second here, and I'll see if I can share our next profile this evening. Let me check the comments. Hey, Major say left on call.
Thanks, Major.
All right.
By the way, if anybody out there's got a great, crazy story, whether you see this live or whether you see it once it's uploaded to YouTube and TikTok or whatever, I don't know what the hell you're using. But if you have an extreme online dating story, anything that's crazy, funny, hilarious, whatever it happens to be, again, leave it in the chat, shoot us an email, talk about it. We'd love to break it down and tell you why it was a disaster, or maybe we'll just have a good roast with it,
All right, Johnny, I think we can share this next one. Let me just. All right, Johnny. Next up tonight, we got Susan. She's 47.
Okay.
This is kind of like the top end of my search bar.
See what we got here.
She got a bio.
Bless that bitch.
All right. Let's do it.
Says, let me be your sarcastic ray of sunshine if you can handle it. If you support MAGA, please move on. I'm not your Daisy.
So this really sounds like the whole, anytime you disagree with me, it's because you can't handle a strong, independent woman. Yeah, we're going left.
I'll tell you why I'm left immediately. Because the woman got political. So her and I are not.
I didn't even get that far. I didn't even get that far before I went left.
Now, here's the thing, and I don't consider myself
Republican. If you can handle it, the phrasing, if you can handle it, she's already getting to that dominant role in this relationship that you don't even have yet. This is a situation where if you can handle it, which basically she is going to tell you anytime you disagree with her, it's because you can't handle her being XYZ, whatever she thinks she is. This is exactly the kind of narcissistic, I'm better than you behavior, and that ironically, is going to make her less attracted to you down the road. If you're the guy that if you're the guy that bends to its will. Because if you're like Bill or me, you're gonna swipe left. But even if you didn't, you meet this woman once or twice, you're gonna already know. You're gonna be able to see through her body language. You're gonna be able to see through her attitude. And that's what we are here to teach you every Monday and Thursday nights at 9:35 Eastern time. Be here, man. This is the kind of thing we are helping you avoid.
Okay. Says I can make you laugh when life is kicking dirt in your face. Baking is my love language.
Bless that bitch.
So if you want to sample my cookies, hit like.
Listen, nobody serves more turnovers in Ohio than the Cleveland Browns. Sorry.
My idea of quality time is spending
I'm going to
time
football hell
with
for that.
people I cherish.
Bruh.
That's a company line if I ever heard one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was something to not leave it blank. That was an answer that was just meant to not leave it blank.
Instead of drinks, let's go on a walk and get to know each other. That's the first thing she said that I like. Go feed the ducks. To me, home feels complete when I'm greeted at the door by my dogs. All right, Johnny, should we just move on to a different profile that we could do a better job teaching with, I guess?
Yeah, I got to tell you, she looks like one of the characters from Monsters Inc. Let's go left.
We're not here to talk about women. We're here to focus on men, and I just don't see a good teaching opportunity with this one. We're going to pass on it.
Sometimes it's just so easy that we all know we're going left.
But look, if you guys are watching this, especially you on Facebook, Rumble, and YouTube, and you're interested in one of these profiles and you want the game on how to get at them, let me know in the chat. You don't got to be embarrassed. I'll tell you exactly how to get at women and women like that. All right, let me go over our next profile here.
By the way, if anybody's ever actually met somebody for the first time after they vibed really good online, but then they gave you the ick within the first few minutes, leave it in the live chat. Let's hear it. Or in this case, read it.
And nephews, our phone lines are open. Call in if you need to. Major Blade says it's a left. All right. Next up, we got Lamia, 40. She says, I love being outside with my puppy or at all. I love reading, sharing details, sharing every detail of what I've read with anybody. I love kids and the brilliance and miracle and clarity they bring to every situation. I love trying new things like new escape room type things open door city or restaurant.
You know what? They do actually have a couple of really cool escape room places here in Pittsburgh. If you guys are into that kind of thing, you really ought to come check it out. I think one of them's in the Strip District, and I can't remember where the other one was, but I feel like somewhere around the South Side. But anyway, I'll get the correct information. But anyway, yeah, there's a couple of different places you can go here in Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, I like Johnny that it has a little bit about some of the stuff she enjoys. Her puppy, reading, being outside.
Yep. Puppies are good.
Enjoys children. Likes to try new things. I think being open-minded is very important in dating, especially with some of these women. They tend to, I've found in my experience, they tend to date like one kind of guy, one kind of like cookie cutter guy, and that women often don't even know about all the stuff that they actually like. When they get to experience new things with me, through me, because of me, and it's things they like, things they enjoy, It really just sets me apart. It really does, nephews. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about these women and spotting patterns. And shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. How to bottom line her action. And right now, we are looking for information. What kind of information we're getting is a few things we're coming into.
Yeah, the important thing to always ask is, does a person do this when they're interested or disinterested?
So she drinks socially. If I wanted to get at her, that'd probably be the route I'd go.
Don't we all?
For a drink. Nickname her friends have for her is Lamb or Lammy.
Are you sure she didn't misspell lame? Kidding.
Win me over by being genuinely sweet and funny still works.
Bruh.
I mean,
All right.
so at least
Go
it's
ahead, Mike.
it's a creative way saying a creative way of saying I love to laugh.
What makes a relationship great is generosity,
So it makes a relationship great. It's amazing.
giving. If she leads with generosity and giving as the two qualities that make a relationship great, along with instantaneous connection.
Are we talking mutual generosity or just yours? Wait, she's asking, are we talking mutual generosity or like yours?
All right. Well, I got to tell you, I'm out at generosity giving.
That's kind of where I was at.
So we're going to pass on this one.
And listen, there's a possibility she might have meant something else, but listen, when you come across like that, yeah, you're
Nephews, your
Man.
job on these online dating sites is to evaluate information, not decode what they're saying.
No.
Nah, I can't show this one. All right, hold on.
I'll never understand putting children in your online dating profile pictures.
All right, Johnny, here's one we can share. We got Kelly. She's 48, so she's a registered nurse.
Okay. Nurses are great.
I love dating nurses. I really do. And if you guys don't know, I'll give you the game on it. Nurses. Oh man, here.
Listen, I'm gonna go and also say I'm gonna also say, listen, CNAs, they'll let you get away with a lot of shit too.
Bruh.
All right, let's check out Kelly here.
I've heard.
All right, Johnny, there is no bio. Drink socially. Quickest way to my heart is old school R&B.
Ah, yes. Young men, let me just go ahead and say this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you get your romantic relationship advice from Boys to Men, Jodeci, As Yet, or any of those R&B groups in the 90s, if you're going to learn anything from them, learn how to sing and learn how to do harmony. Do not do what they say to do in a relationship to get your ex back or a girl in the first place. Just don't listen to the advice, okay? Learn how to sing, learn the harmony, just ignore the words because that will get you friend zoned every single time.
She says a non-negotiable is lies and disrespect. I won't tolerate it. Nobody wants.
We know what she's not going to deal with.
Lies, disrespect. Do people? Sure. People believe lies every day. People believe lies from people they love every single day.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, not only is that like a negative thing, I mean, she's going ahead and saying, I'm not going to put up with this. You've still given us no substance. Like, everybody should hate lies and disrespect, especially directed at them. Great. What do you got?
Johnny, is that something we would add to the list of company lines?
I don't even think.
I don't even
I
qualify.
don't even think it's that.
as an
I think she etched like 5 words of common sense.
Okay, now here's something. She says, "Send me a like if you're okay with extra cushion for the pushing."
Listen, we all kind of like a little bit of jiggle factor, and that's fantastic. Again, substance. And again, I want you gentlemen to notice she has still only showed us herself from like here up.
Look, I'm not worried about that, nephews. You like what you like. If you like this woman, you should get at her. But what I don't like,
I agree. All I'm saying is that she's talking about having it, but she doesn't want to show it. Unless we got a full body picture later.
And if you don't know what I mean by low effort profiles, then rewind this live stream about 20 minutes because I already went in depth on low effort profiles. This is just another example of one. Now, that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's not in alignment with what I'm looking for. So we're going to go ahead and pass on this one.
To the left, to the left. All your shiznit in a box to the left.
Why do we get all the women in their 40s all the time?
Because, I mean, listen, this is not a society that is set up for marriages to succeed. You're in a society that pays women to get divorced. Sorry. I don't like it either.
Okay, I got one we can share here. Let's talk about this one. Okay, next up we got Jen. She's 49. About Jen, she says, cute enough to take your breath away, smart enough to bring it back. A little RT humor. I am not offended by a dirty joke and can dish out one of my own. I'm very honest, almost to a fault, and I don't play games.
Bless that bitch.
At least not the kind that deal with the heart. I'm a mother of 2 amazing boys. So she drinks socially. She's not offended by a dirty joke.
We'll see about that. My dad used to work at a truck stop. We'll see about that.
All right, Johnny, what makes the relationship great is communication, honesty, and a wicked sense of humor. Right. Look, there's something else in here, too, about dirty jokes. If you laugh at this, we'll get along. That's what she said jokes.
Bruh.
Boom. And that is what she said.
Win me over by loving Korean.
Okay, listen,
food.
I got to tell you, if this was my profile, and it's not, I'm going to swipe right, but I'm also going to make sure that she can actually handle my that's what she said jokes. You know, listen, that is kind of a deal breaker for me. And guys, while we're on the topic of deal breaker, understand something. Don't worry about whether you're too quirky or too nerdy. If there is something that's a deal maker or a deal breaker for you, let it be your deal maker or deal breaker. They are going to try to get you to settle for, oh, well, let me just accept that's not the way it is. Look, if it's something you don't want, it's something you shouldn't accept. If it's something you do want, God damn it, it's something you should chase. And I'm not talking about chasing women. I'm talking about chasing success. I'm talking about chasing self-improvement and self-respect. Because once you respect and love yourself, you will only attract other people who do the same. This has been a public service announcement from Johnny Dumbbell.
Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. I appreciate your contributions to this panel, to this show. You're always showing up for our nephews every single week, man. Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. He really wants to see all of you do better. And I couldn't do it, especially the Monday night show without him. When Johnny fields the questions from you guys and your poor grammar, he responds back to you, and just I
Look, I
appreciate all
fix
the
it
hard
as much
work
as
that
I
you
can
put
to make
in.
sure people can understand it. But yeah,
All right, so we got Jen here who likes dirty jokes, and I got a feeling, chat. It's from Pittsburgh. You know where
I like
Kennedy
dirty
Township
pillows.
is?
I do.
All
Actually,
right.
it's funny. If I'm taking the bus home from work, I can either take the one to my neighborhood, or there's one that actually the bus that goes to her neighborhood actually stops at the same place as the one that takes me to mine.
John, you want me to swipe right on this woman and tell her I got a friend that she should meet?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because chances are, if she lives in Kennedy and she spends time downtown, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to run into her anyway. And look, as much as I do think that the online dating thing is great for an extra line out there to catch them fish that are out in the sea, I'm still way better at meeting you in person.
So, if you come across this woman, Johnny, tell the nephews watching, the ones catching this on the replay, how you would approach this woman. Since you've already seen her profile, you know she likes a wicked sense of humor.
Mhm.
How you gonna get at this one?
You know, I gotta be honest with you, it's gonna depend on the context of the situation. Is it on the sidewalk? Did she come across me at the coffee shop? I think that, in essence, I'm probably going to crack a stupid joke, and I'm going to gauge her reaction, because there's a good chance that if I make eye contact with her, hey, I might not be her type. I am not for everybody. All right, and by the way, none of us are. So, I mean, the thing of it is that it's going to make more sense for me to do something that's going to elicit a reaction, preferably an uncontrollable one like laughter. And I'm going to be watching that body language. Is it going to show me that she's got an interest other than just a sense of humor, towards what I said? Or is it just, hey, she thought I was funny, but she'd really rather move on? So again, this is about reading the room. This is about reading body language. This is not about getting the girl every time. Nobody does. Even the great ones close at 12% if they're lucky. So the thing you got to remember is, this isn't about getting the girl. This is about deciding whether or not the girl is worth pursuing. And a lot of what's going to tell you the answer to that is reading that body language in response to whatever kind of contact you happen to have with her in whatever context. I don't care what it happens to be. The real game is not in how you approach. The real game is in how you observe and respond. Simple as that.
I'm gonna pass on this one. Johnny, we'll do one, maybe two more if we don't get any calls. We're gonna
Tell
wrap
your
this up
friends
after
about
one
me.
more
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah. Oh, and I will agree with her on one thing. I've had Korean food here in Pittsburgh, and it is absolutely freaking fire. And by the way, if you do come to Pittsburgh and you want some Asian food, Nikki's Thai Kitchen, either the downtown or the north side location, you really got to check it out. The food is out of this world. If you like spicy Asian food, I'm telling you, you need to check out Nikki's Thai Kitchen, Pittsburgh, PA.
All right, Johnny, our next profile. We got 37-year-old Audrey. It says she's a trend forecaster at Dick's Sporting Goods.
No,
Audrey.
no, I'm better than that. I'm not going to make a joke.
About Audrey. We got a lot of
Killing me,
emojis in this bio. It says travel, fashion, happy hour, art, zook, wit, sarcasm.
It looks amazing
It looks
straddling
like
a ski-doo watercraft, but guys, be careful of that.
And sunny days. Says she's a Buddhist.
Bless that bitch.
Drink socially. That's all we got, Johnny.
So she's a Buddhist who looks great straddling a jet ski. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say, though, without substance, we've got a cute picture of her in the summertime. Big smile on her face. Good weather. On the water. What's her face look like when things aren't perfect?
Let me see. I'm gonna go left on this one. Let me see if we can get one more profile to break down for the nephews tonight and give them some real game before we get out of here.
Being sarcastic. By the way, we got the USA playing Turkey in an absolutely meaningless World Cup game. Still scoreless, I think. Nope. Sorry. 1-1.
All right, Johnny, we can break down this one.
Let's do it.
How well is your Spanish?
It's good.
I'll tell you what, let me just find another profile. Hold on
Oh,
a
come
second.
on, man.
No, I already hit pass.
And my glasses ready and everything.
There's lots of lovely ladies on Bumble.
By the way, guys, if you're watching from around the world, se habla español aquí, okay? So you can email me in inglés o en español. Tu preferencia.
Damn, that's really trash profile. I don't mean like trashy. I just mean their profiles aren't that good.
Oh, so these are all like the kind of ho-hum, kind of yawn kind of things.
All right, Johnny.
By the way, while Bill's figuring this out, if you have a favorite dating app, whether it's Bumble or not, leave it in the live chat. Tell us what your favorite dating app is. What's the one you had the most success on? And tell us why. Give us some great stories. And also, if you're enjoying this podcast right now, please help us out. Hit that like and subscribe button. Even if you hit the down thumb, that still helps our algorithm. It'd be great to see, to know that we're getting a reaction, making an impact. So, let us know, man. Thank you, Major Blaze. We got a 1-1.
USA 1, Turkey 1.
Yeah, we got a 1-1 draw right now so far. I think it's halftime, right? Again, meaningless game. We got our reserves in. We don't really need to win this, but on the other in the other Group D match, I got to say Paraguay and Australia. One of them is going to move on. They're playing for a chance in the knockout round, so this is going to be a good game on that side. I've got the split screen over here, so I'm kind of like keeping an eye on both matches. I don't really care as much about the USA because we're already on. But I really want to see what happens between Paraguay and Australia.
All right, Johnny, we got Heather.
By the way, if anybody has a prediction, who's going to win the World Cup, leave it in the live chat.
Heather 37, she says, trying to be brave and check out the dating scene again. I've been single for 7 years because what most people deem as acceptable in relationships anymore isn't for me. Honesty, trust, understanding, and effort are very important to me in a relationship.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there. Trying to be brave and check out the dating scene again. So we're going to go ahead and play the shy, scared girl. I've been single for several years, young men. And if I'm wrong, then F me. But what I'm trying to tell you, young men, most of the time in our modern society, when you run across a girl who tells you she's been single for whatever length of time, in this case, she says, I've been single for several years. 9 times out of 10 means I've been hooking up with random dudes for several years. So please don't think that those several years that she wasn't in a relationship, she was somewhere in some convent. I'm not saying that she had a revolving door around her bedroom. I'm just saying that she wasn't exactly living the nun life. She's saying specifically relationships, not since I've been with a man, since I've this and that. Now, why does that matter? It may not. I'm just letting you know that there is a way that it's not whether or not she's telling the truth. It's the way she would plan to sugarcoat that fact. Anyway, just something to consider.
Okay, look, let's talk about this because this is another one of those things that are very misunderstood on dating apps. You see profiles, Johnny, and we see them all the time. They say no hookups, no friends with benefits, don't even waste
Yeah, me
my
neither.
we see stuff like I've been single for years. Okay, and some guys
me too.
immediately think that women don't mean that. So hold on, let's slow down because most of the time she means exactly what she wrote. She's communicating what she's looking for and how she wants to be approached. The mistake that men make is thinking that these statements predict exactly how the relationship will unfold, and they don't. Relationships usually don't follow a script. People meet, they talk, they spend time together, they build trust, they discover chemistry, then they discover compatibility, and sometimes things develop faster than either person expected. That's life. The important question isn't, did she plan to get cracked sooner than she originally thought, or has she been getting cracked? That's not important. The important
Wait. Are
question
you talking about where she says, "Oh, I don't usually do this, but let's do this"?
The important question is, why did the relationship develop that way? See, a lot of guys think attraction is the only variable. It isn't. Chemistry matters, trust matters, your timing definitely matters, and like feeling the woman's got to feel emotionally and physically safe with you. That matters.
Yeah.
These things can change how a relationship develops. And that doesn't automatically mean she lied in her profile.
Now, there is a certain volatility she expects in a man, too, because, again, if you're too predictable, she's going to lose interest pretty quick.
It means human relationships are more complicated than a checklist. And now here's where a lot of you nephews need to lock in. Don't use somebody's profile as permission to assume anything. Don't use someone's profile as a reason to ignore your vetting. Remember, Uncle Johnny and I are trying to teach you how to have a program of your own. So your vetting is very important. Now, whether she wants something casual, whether she wants a relationship, whether she's open to seeing where things go, your job stays exactly the same. You observe patterns. Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. Bottom liner actions. Pay attention to consistency. Because the profile starts the conversation. Her behavior tells the story. Here's the biggest lesson.
Yep.
If you're trying to convince someone
time
to abandon their boundaries, you're already playing the wrong game. The goal isn't to get someone to lower their standards. The goal is to become someone they naturally feel comfortable building something with. And that's where confidence comes in. That's where emotional control comes from. And that's where good judgment, it beats clever lines every single time.
Yep.
Listen,
as soon as you guys get this through your head, discipline will always be greater than motivation. I'm going to say that again. Discipline will always be greater than motivation. You know why? Because discipline is a permanent plan towards a goal. And motivation is just when you feel like it. And sometimes that's a good thing. For most of us, it's not. Discipline will always override motivation.
All right. See what else we got here. She says, what makes a relationship great is mutual understanding, trust, and respect for each other. So, and I think a lot of women, Johnny, they don't understand that they gotta earn this kind of stuff. They don't automatically just get that.
Well, the problem is there's too many simps out there that are willing to lead with that.
My ultimate green flag is somebody who actually means what they say. Nephew, say what you mean and mean what you say at all times.
But not because she said so. Yeah, not because she said so, but because that is a principle you should be living by any goddamn way.
Said, I'm happiest when I'm with people who I can fully be myself with. Didn't I just say a couple seconds ago about when women feel safe with you, nephews? All right, you know what?
Now remember, that doesn't mean be predictable and show her that you're harmless. Okay. Now, Uncle Bill, I want you to make sure that I want to make sure that we clarify that for the nephews because what he is saying, Uncle Bill is saying, he doesn't mean be this kind, gentle teddy bear that she knows she can always confide in because that's going to make you her best friend. Okay, and believe me, you're not getting in there. But what he's telling you, be peaceful instead of harmless. And I've covered this before. I'm going to cover it again. Peaceful and harmless are not the same thing. Peaceful means you could do harm. You are a fighter. You are a warrior. And if necessary and if called to do it, you will do it. And you will be successful because that's just the way you fight. But harmless means not only are you peaceful and you won't do those things, but you wouldn't be able to hurt somebody if you tried. That means that you are more likely to take the flight option than the fight option, which means that you're not protecting anybody but yourself. Now, I'm not saying that means you should go out there fighting lions and tigers and bears, oh my. What I am saying is that a woman is going to always be able to tell the difference between whether or not you could be or whether or not you just don't have the ability. She's going to always know whether you are the peaceful kind of guy or the frankly gentle, harmless, and quite frankly, most likely fragile kind of guy. It's not fair, but it's biology. And that's what I mean when I'm talking about biological attraction. You got to get that through your heads, guys. Learn to work on your car. Nobody ever got laid in the back of an iPhone. Billy Gardell.
All right, before we get out of here tonight, I want to leave the nephews with one final thought. Good men don't usually lose because they have bad intentions. They lose because they make bad decisions. And there's a difference. You can be honest, you can be hardworking, loyal, disciplined, and still choose the wrong person because character alone doesn't protect you. Judgment does. See, nephews, life has a funny way of collecting on the decisions that you make. Every person you allow into your life comes with consequences. Some people bring peace, some people bring chaos, some people challenge you to become better, and some people pull you away from the man you're trying to become. Your job is to figure out which is which. So here's some real game, nephews. A lot of men spend their lives trying to become more attractive. Very few spend their lives trying to become more selective. But that's where your power is, not in getting more attention, but in making better choices. Attraction will introduce you to people. Character determines whether they deserve to stay. Never forget that. You don't owe anybody unlimited access to your life, not because they're a bad person, but because they might not be the right person. And there's a difference. And that's what vetting is. It's not judging people, it's protecting your future. It's recognizing that every decision you make today comes with the life you want to wake up to tomorrow. And that's why discipline matters. That's why decision making matters. That's why accountability matters. Because every relationship starts long before the first date. It starts with one decision, one swipe, one conversation, one choice. So choose carefully. Don't reward low information with high investment. Don't ignore patterns because somebody's attractive. Don't negotiate with reality just because you're lonely. And don't ever be afraid to walk away from something that doesn't align with the life you're trying to build. Because the strongest men aren't the men who can get every woman. They're the men who know which women aren't for them. I really genuinely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. everybody that joined in on the chat, everybody, all the nephews out there that actually do the work. I appreciate that. Keep sharpening your judgment. Keep raising your standards. Keep becoming the man your future deserves. Remember, women are a perk of the job. The job is being the greatest man your bloodline has ever seen. Until next time, nephews, go forth and conquer. John, you got anything to say before we wrap this up tonight?
Yeah, we saw a few profiles tonight. We saw the illusion of beauty and the reality of substance. And while both of those are very real things, it is highly important that you remember that the substance is always going to be the most important part. Now, we've already got one really good question ready for Monday, and I would love to have at least a couple of more. So if you could email me, I left the email in live chat. But before that, I want you to remember that we've got an entire weekend ahead of us, and this is a summer weekend. It's going to be really hot out. It's going to be really fun out. So keep the drugs and alcohol to a minimum. But if you do drink, don't drive. And if you do drive, don't park, because accidents cause people, and that's going to cost you. Good night.
Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you.